Yo guys, back with another reaction. This is a lot of reactions since I'm in a anime mood recently, so I've been watching more animes recently, and the anime I'm reviewing today is another romance or a romantic comedy, if you will. And this romantic comedy is more of the light-hearted type compared to the previous romantic comedy I recently reviewed. It is called what's it called again? Um I'm the villainess. So I'm taming the final boss. That is the name of this anime I've just watched, and I've got a few things to say about it. So anyway, let's get into this reaction, shall we? Cool. What's my first thing that I want to say? The first thing I want to say about this anime is that it's a very good anime. Like every romantic comedy, it uses comedy to again endear us to the characters. As like I said, it had a very much more light-hearted romantic. It's very much a light-hearted romantic comedy, much more of a casual kind of romantic comedy than rather discussing compared to Higehiro, which is the previous one. It's less obviously meaningful because it's much more about fantasy. It's much more of game situations, and it's a fantasy anime as well, on top of being a romantic comedy. However, while being much more lighthearted due to the gaming nature of it, it is much more of a laugh, I guess, than thing because of its lighthearted nature, which it has helped its light-hearted nature helped it through. It couldn't be serious. The parts where it was serious was boosted by the fact that it knew when to be serious and when to be funny. It didn't and it didn't take away all the all the funny away from the parts where it's trying to be serious. It still had its comedic side, it still had its human side. Some anime, especially some romantic comedy, try to separate the parts which are romantic and the which parts are supposed to be serious, romantic and supposed to be serious, and and the parts that are supposed to be comedic are left alone to be standalone. But this will very well mix the two and combine the two in terms of that way. Um, it's a very good anime. I would say that it's not the most complex anime, not necessarily something that you would watch to kind of, if you're looking for something complex, full of lots of complexity, you wouldn't watch this necessarily. However, it's very simplistic, which makes it easier to watch. However, that's the kind of drawback. However, bonus. It's that it's very simplistic, and because of the simplicity, it's easy to follow, easy to understand, and easy to watch. And so it makes it easier for you to watch it if you don't really want to follow along and fully kind of invest into the world. If you don't really want to fully invest and fully like focus, you can have it in the background and just still be caught up and watch it. Well, to be fair, because I'm watching on YouTube, and so I'm watching on YouTube, so it's harder to find English sub anime. So I've been watching English dub, which I shall be making a review on English dub later on. However, I watched an English dub and it has a very good, at least compared to what you would think of it. It has a very good English dub actors, to be fair, and so did Hikahiro as well, to be fair. However, I would say that with a lot of English dub, but anyway, I will leave that for for my future review on English dub as a whole kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, it's a good anime. I'll give it a 6. A very average score. Yes, I know I did say most you don't really find any bad, but I'll give it a good 6. You know, not why because it's not complex, so I can't give it. It wasn't like the best anime I've seen full of all like complexities and all this stuff that it's trying to discuss. No, but it's not bad. That it's not bad. Like, I can't say it's lower than average. So it's an average, good average romantic comedy out there. Good average anime. Good average romantic comedy. That's where I place it. Anyway, I don't know why I've changed around my review. I know I like I did on my previous one. I did my synopsis first. However, now I'm doing my review first and synopsis now, I guess now. So here's the synopsis if you really want the synopsis. Well, the synopsis is that basically this is a reincarnated kind of vibe. She's come from our Earth to get reincarnated into a romance game. This romance game is the game in which she has played. She's played game one, game two, and a spin off game in which the story takes place in. It takes place in the first game, the second game, and the fan release, the fan release of the game. And so she gets reincarnated. However, and she's the villainess, like the title of the anime portrays. She's the villainess of the story, the person that's supposed to be the bad guy and supposed to be the one that ends up getting defeated and ends up dying. Unfortunately, that's where the game would have taken her if she had followed it. However, since she didn't really want to die, as you will, she decided to change the story a bit and ended up taming or making the demon king, fall in love with her. Obviously, this isn't supposed to happen, and we kind of see how her choices and how obviously her knowledge of the game affects the world and how she has to navigate. We get to see how she navigates the world with her knowledge of the game, her knowledge of the characters of the game, not only how her changes in actions, her changes in story affect the world. However, yeah. Anyway, that's what I'll tell you because there's much more to it necessarily than this. You know, there is a twist in this as well. Well, not that big of a twist to be fair, but it's still a twist nonetheless. You know. Anyway, that's the synopsis. Anyway, that's being it. I have to give him my review. I've given the synopsis. I don't really have anything else to say about anime. Anyway, so in my future plans, I plan to review English dub and I plan to review another genre in the future. Also, if I watch another anime, I shall let you know. No, I just recently finished watching Luck and Logic for the fifth time in my life. So if I decide that I feel I want to make a review on it, I will let you know. However, it's a good. However, if you want a quick summary of my answer, it is that it's a very good anime. However, you know, it does have its downsides. You know, very basic kind of shonen, very basic kind of plot, very basic in terms of actual, you know, story. We can see that it's a very got the very classic beginning mountain, very basic kind of storytelling kind of shonen thing. So it's not too complex, but like this one, however, it's action based. It's action, and I'm sure many people would like it because it's action based. It's got its drama. However, it's not necessarily the most complex. Anyway, I'll do that I'll do a more in depth review on it anyway in the future. Anyway, peace out. Hope you enjoyed this review and peace.